Hello everybody and welcome to my YouTube channel. Today we are going to discuss regarding the host response to Pneumocystis pneumoniae carinii. A growing body of knowledge on the host response to Pneumocystis species has been accumulated based on the findings from the rodent and human studies. The most human response during PCP involves complex interaction between CD4 T cells and CD8 T cells, neutrophils, alveolar macrophages, and soluble mediators that facilitate the clearance of the infection. Alveolar macrophages serve as the primary host defense against Pneumocystis jirovecii, playing an important role in the resolution, phagocytosis, and the degradation of the organisms. In response to the proliferation of pneumocystis, the uptake of the organisms by macrophages occurs to the multi-receptor systems, including the action of mannose receptors that interact with the glycoprotein A or major surface glycoprotein MSG on the surface of the pneumocystis, and the interaction between 1,3-beta-D glucan of the pneumocystis and the macrophage surface receptors. Dectin-1 and toll-like receptor 2, IgG, and other opsonic proteins in the alveolar spaces also participate in the uptake process. In addition, various pro-inflammatory cytokines and cytokines released from the activated macrophages and the epithelial cells are essential for the optimal elimination of the organism. Despite their important roles in the host defense, alveolar macrophages in patients with PCP are defective in phagocytosis and fewer in number. Recently, scientists have reported that in a mouse model of PCP, myeloid-derived suppressor cells accumulate in the lungs and impair the phagocytic activity of alveolar macrophages through activation of programmed death 1 protein pathway, which may be the key mechanism of the pathogenesis of PCP. CD4 T lymphocytes, the count of which decreases in HIV infection, are essential to eradicate P. jirovecii infection and contribute to inflammatory lung damage. CD4 T cells proliferate in response to pneumocystitis antigens and generate interferon, which induces further recurrent recruitment of the macrophages. Interleukin 8, which is released from epithelial cells, and macrophages strongly enhances the recruitment of neutrophils that not only contribute to organism clearance but also mediate lung injury through the release of proteases and oxygen radicals. Severe PCP is characterized by neutrophilic lung inflammation that may result in diffuse alveolar damage, impaired gas exchange, and respiratory failure. The increased percentage of neutrophils in bronchoalveolar lavage fluid has been shown to be predictive of 90-day mortality. The interleukin 8 level in bowel fluid, which is lower in PCP patients with HIV infection than in those without, also correlate closely with the neutrophil accumulation in the alveolar space, impaired oxygenation, and mortality. These findings indicate that once host immune response to pneumocystis infection is excessive, pulmonary inflammation potentially contributes to lung injury. The extent of the host immune response, especially neutrophilic lung inflammation, could be determinant of the disease severity. During PCP, pulmonary inflammation more potently contributes to lung injury than the direct effects of the organism. Mice with severe combined immunodeficiency syndrome (SCID), lacking functional T and B lymphocyte, have spontaneous pneumocystis infection by 3 weeks of age. In spite of the progressive infection, the SCID mice show normal oxygenation and lung function until the late stages of the disease. When the immune system in these animals are reconstituted with the use of intact spleen cells, an intense T cell mediated inflammatory response ensues, resulting in substantially impaired gas exchange. Similarly, in HIV infected patients, the initiation of ART during the course of PCP treatment is often associated with the paradoxical worsening of PCP, with the relapse in their symptoms and deterioration in the respiratory status. This phenomena, which is known as the immune reconstitution inflammatory syndrome, is a consequence of the recovery of the immune function resulting from ART. These observations indicate that the development of lung injury requires cellular immune response besides pneumocystis infection. So friends, my videos are made for you, for the people who are educated, who want to learn and understand the disease status. My videos are beyond the normal clinical management, and we need to understand the background of the disease to treat it more effectively. As we know, the mortality of PCP is very high and the reasons behind it should be discovered. We find PCP in the late stages when the patient is breathless, the patient is having a lot of comorbidities and it is difficult to revive this patient. So I would request, if a patient is having breathlessness, it is a simple two-ladder test. Two-ladder test means ask the patient to go for two ladders up and down, and they have to see if the person is having hyperventilation, or if you have a pulse oximeter, check his oxygen saturation. If the oxygen saturation is low by 2 to 5% or 10%, then definitely the person might be suffering from PCP. The best investigation method for finding a PCP in patient is to do the CT. HRCT chest is the gold standard for finding out the PCP pneumonia. What do you see in the HRCT chest? In the HRCT chest, we find the honeycomb appearance of the lungs, and if you find that, definitely it is a case of PCP pneumonia. Thank you very much.